Today I'm going to go over the difference between the Kangen water machine and the Living Water Machine by Velara. But before I jump into the differences between the two, I want to really quickly talk about some of the similarities between the two machines because it's quite remarkable. The ORP that is reached, the oxidative reductive potential that is reached with the Kangen machine, is also reached with the Living Water machine. Now, let's jump into the differences between both machines so you can make the best decision that you can for which machine is the better one for your home. Let's start with the first one. The Kangen machine is $5,000. There's different versions of the Kangen machine. I think there's one for $4,000, $5,000, and $6,000. With the Living Water machine, there's only one option and it's $2,500. So already half the price. The other difference is that the Kangen machine is pretty bulky. So I don't like to say that the Kangen machine uses an old technology, but it uses an older technology of making alkaline water that the Japanese invented, which is using platinum plates to conduct electrolysis so you can restructure the water molecule. Well, with the Living Water machine, they actually use a patented new technology called direct disc ionization, where instead of using 7 big bulky platinum plates, which by the way is the reason why the Kangen machine is so expensive, whereas Living Water has a patented technology where they make the same ORP as the Kangen does, but they use a lot less platinum, so therefore it's a lot less expensive. Now the third difference is in the spout. The Kangen water machine uses a plastic spout where the alkaline water comes out of, and the Living Water machine uses a stainless steel spout where the alkaline water comes out of. Now the next difference is pretty significant in my opinion. What I like about the Living Water machine is that you can be very specific in what pH you want. Meaning, if I want to get a pH of 8.5 or 8.4 or 8.2, I can. All I have to do is play with a few settings and I'll get the exact level that I want to use. Whereas with the Kangen machine, there's only a range. I can't be specific. I can't make 9.3, 9.4. Some people might not care about that difference, but to be honest with you, for me, it makes a big difference. Now, another difference between the two that I don't have on this list, but probably one of my favorites, is that I love with the Living Water machine, every level you click on, there's a different color. Right? If there's a pH of 7, it'll have a different color on the face. So I know what setting I'm on just by looking at the color. Whereas on the Kangen machine, you don't have different colors, you just have different ranges. And again, it's not color coordinated, so you don't really know exactly what setting you're on unless you look at where the little red dot is. Now, the last difference between the two machines is pretty significant. It's something that I've gotten a lot of feedback on, that a lot of people love the Living Water machine for, is that it's very easy to maintain. The machine actually auto cleans itself. It actually does a reverse backwash of acidic water and cleans the machine so you don't have to take it apart once a year like you do with the Kangen machine. Now, again, with the Kangen machine, there's different models with different prices. The $4,000 model does not auto clean itself. So you actually have to take this guy apart, or if you don't have time to do that, most people send the machine in to the company to get it cleaned. So imagine having to take off your alkaline water machine and take off the tubes and do that whole thing, put it in a box and send it to the company and now wait for, I don't know, what is it, a week or 2 weeks for your machine to come back clean. So I've had many people actually, even though they had a Kangen water machine, they ended up purchasing a Living Water machine for that exact reason. They're tired of cleaning it. They're tired of sending it into the company. So I totally understand that. So again, these are the differences between the Kangen water machine and Living Water machine. If you have any questions, feel free to email me.